Bienvenidos, fans of the hottest entertainment on the planet. I'm Fuego here, and a Rapido Fuego review of a recently released horror film entitled 28 Years Later. Now, this is the third in the 28 series, being preceded by the original from 2002, I believe, 28 Days Later. Then in 2007, you had 28 Weeks Later. Now, many people have said, where the hell is 28 months later? Why'd they skip just to years? Well, check it, guys. They were trying to make months for, I think close to a decade, and the script went through revisions, and then they couldn't find funding, and just every hang up and red tape you can think of. But awesome thing about this new installment that is apparently the first in a planned trilogy is the fact that, unlike with 28 Weeks Later, which while I enjoyed it and just rewatched it last night for the first time in ages, I didn't remember Jeremy Renner's in it. I didn't remember Imogen Poots, all these peeps. I was just like, oh shit, okay. And I enjoyed it much more than I remembered. Anyway, the original is obviously a classic of just low-budget British horror awesomeness. And the two creatives from that original film, writer Alex Garland, who has gone on to be a badass director in his own right. I mean, we're talking Civil War, Ex Machina, various other things. But returning director Danny Boyle. I mean, these two working together again was a dream come true for fans of this series, and I must admit, the first third was bangarang, man. I was just totally locked in, from the filmmaking to our new presumed lead in Aaron Taylor Johnson. I dug the aesthetic. You could tell that this was a melding of some of the, I guess, more art house sort of vibe that you had in the original film with the higher budget from Weeks, the second film, and I was all on board, man. I love the father-son dynamic, and it was so tense once they go onto the mainland, and I was just loving it. Then we hit the second act, and that's where this film comes to a screeching halt, unfortunately. I'm not spoiling anything, but it's where we start to focus on the Jodie Comer character significantly more, and there's an addition of another kid. I mean, whatever. This is where the film really lost me. Now, it does rebound when another character shows up in the third act. Once again, not spoiling anything. And it really ties in with the title of the next film, which is subtitled Bone Temple. But yeah, man, I mean, you've got some Ralph Fiennes in here in a smaller role than I was anticipating, but he was great. Once he comes around and everything like that. The score to this film was exceptional. Once again, you also have some great shot selection and cinematography. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, the filmmaking prowess that is on display here is awesome. There is some controversy about what happens at the end of this film without spoiling stuff. It's a little goofy in my estimation, but whatever. It gets a little goofy in the mid-act, so I'm not really going to criticize it that much. But as a whole, I really enjoyed this despite a few flaws, and bring on Bone Temple, man.